have you practiced Ashtanga yoga at all? Oh, okay. So this may not be familiar to you, but it's a quite beautiful chant. And they chant at the beginning of their sessions the same way we chant yogena chittasya padena vacham. And that is in our book. It's just after the sutras. 60 something. In my book it's 65, but it might be 64. Hello, Elizabeth.
Hi, Leslie. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth.
It must be
Oh, that's
cold.
right. You two know each other. Yeah, Lisa came all the way from Australia.
I know. It must be cold in Australia.
It is. It's the middle of, and it's early in the morning, but it's in the middle of winter. Not that it gets that cold here, but it's cold for me.
Yeah.
And what's it called, Leslie? Is it the...
So it's Vande Guru Nam.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, Vande Guru Nam. Okay. So Rebecca, why don't you start us off with this beautiful chant?
Okay.
And I suggest, as always, that if you want to join in with her, that you should mute yourself so we don't get a lot of audio static. But if you just want to listen, I don't think you need to mute yourself. Just listen to the beauty of this chant.
Vande Gurunam Charanadavinde Sandarshita Swatma Sukhavabode Nishkreyase Jangali Kayamane Samsala Hala Hala Mohashantiaye Abahu Prushakaram Shenkacha Krasidarinam Sahasra Shirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And you notice they have Abahu Purushakaram, which is the same as ours.
Yes, some similarities.
Yes, there's great, I have found over the years, there is great comfort in recognizing the same chant. Even if it's chanted differently, it's like, oh, okay, I know that one. I would love for us to chant Sahana Vavatu. So what hand, do you have it handy? Otherwise, you could just take it from the book, even though I don't have the chant marks.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody else, do you have some version of it?
Yes.
Let's do this one in call and response, just so that we know we're all in the same melody and everything like that. So I'll chant. So if you please, would you kindly mute yourselves, and then we'll do call and response. Sahana Vavatu. Sahanau Bhunaktu. Sahaviryam Karavava Hai. Tejasvinavadhitamastu. Ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Please unmute yourselves. I just can never get over the loneliness of not hearing anyone.
Yeah.
Would anyone like to chant this and have us chant along with? Anyone at all?
I'll do it.
Okay, Patty, go for it.
Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Punaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
How did that feel? That sounded beautiful.
I love it. I just love that chant. I actually did that chant at the beginning of my class this morning.
Yay.
It's a go-to.
Yeah.
Like a comforting thing to go back
it
to.
is. It centers us, and it's a good reminder to not beat each other up.
Like I feel like it removes the ego from everything to just, we're in this together type of feeling.
Yeah, that's a good point. It does. It removes the ego, and then when the ego's removed, we're really free, and we're not. And maybe it frees us from unnecessary tension too. I think for me, that's what happens.
And I just would say from my perspective, like as an educator and having, most of my time is spent with young children, but, with adults as well and yoga and whatnot, but that's just not, and that it's certainly not what I grew up with, the style of education. I just feel like, I don't know if it's just an American thing, but I don't think so. I think it's around all over, where you just don't, you're supposed to have this big separation and the teacher has to know everything, and
they get trapped in the roles of student and teacher.
Right. So I don't know, just when you were saying that, like, it was like, yes. Yes.
Well, and for everyone who doesn't know, Rebecca is a 4th grade teacher. And so how many children are in your class usually?
Well, I teach, I teach a language, so it's a special. So I have, in a class, there's going to be, 20 to 25 kids.
That's a lot. And it's so different from when this chant came into being, because, and what it tells us, it uses the dual case. Sahana vavatu, sahana bhunaktu, sahaviryam karavavahai. It's the two of us. So it reminds us, or it informs us that there was one teacher to one student. And that's got to be different from teaching to 20 kids every day of the week, so it's just
right. But it's that feeling that we're in this together, right? And like, I'm working hard, like I know, and I know I'm working hard, and this goes with children or adults, but you must be working hard too.
Yeah. So it's not just about the student. Yeah. May our work together be brilliant.
Together.
It's kind
So
of
anyway,
like you're surrendering to each other. You know,
right,
it's like a
right,
Okay.
right.
offering.
So anyway,
I
sorry, I
love that
didn't
chant.
get off on a tangent, but that's it came to me.
Thank you, Rebecca. No, it was great. Would anyone else care to chant this for the group? Shall we move on? Let's do yūyaṁ vayaṁ, vayaṁ yūyaṁ. So if you don't have the handout handy, it's in page 82 or 83 or 84 in the booklet.
84.
84. So I only learned it can be any melody. So so is it appropriate for me to lead it, or does anyone have an idea of how they'd like to chant it and want to do it? Okay, I'll do it. Okay. Well, first the translation. You are we and we are you. So here, this is the Sanskrit is employing the plural. Yūyaṁ is the form for you, 3 or more people. So all of you. Vayaṁ means all of us, 3 or more of us. So you are us and we, or you are we and we are you. We are each other. Iti asin matiravayoho. Mati, the mind. We were of one mind. Thus it was that we were of the same thinking. Kim, whenever we encounter the word Kim, it tells us there's a question. So whenever Kim is there, you know there's a question being asked. Kim jatam, what was born? Whereby adhuna, well, yena is the whereby, and adhuna, now. What was born whereby now? Yūyaṁ, yūyam, vayaṁ, vayaṁ, implying a separateness. What happened where by now you are you and we are we, and so there is a separation. Okay, so I'll chant it and feel free to chant along. Who has never done this chant? Okay, so we'll do it in call and response. Okay. Om. Yūyaṁ vayaṁ, vayaṁ yūyaṁ. I'll repeat it. Yūyaṁ vayaṁ, vayaṁ yūyaṁ. Now you repeat it. Ityasin matiravayoho. Sin matiravayoho. Kim jatam adhuna yena. Kim jatam adhuna yena. Yūyaṁ, yūyaṁ, vayaṁ, vayaṁ. Yūyaṁ, yūyaṁ, vayaṁ, vayaṁ. Are you ready to just chant it all together? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Om. Yūyaṁ vayaṁ, vayaṁ yūyaṁ. Ityasin matira Kim jatam adhuna yena yūyam vayaṁ. Let's do it again. Yūyam vayaṁ yūyam. Ityasin matira Kim jatam adhuna yena yūyam vayaṁ. Unmute yourselves. How was that? To me, it's an unhappy chant, but it has a happy melody.
That second line, what's a little tricky?
Yeah.
Let's break that down. Iti asin matiravayoho. So iti asin. Iti is the word meaning thus, or it also means quotation marks. Asin is a word for it was so. Now asin coming after iti, the I in the end of iti transforms into ya, ityasin. So everyone say iti asin, iti asin, iti asin. Now if we go fast, there's hopefully a natural inclination for that ti to end up like a tya because of the that is follows. So it sort of what's the word? It changes to ityasin. So everyone just say that. Ityasin. That's the idea. And matiravayoho is again two words. Originally, we have matihi avayoho. But matihi changes to matir, because of just a grammatical rule. The visarga, which was the H with a dot under it, which we don't see there, but you see it in the translation. If you have your booklet, you'll see down below matihi. Mind. Avayoho, we were together. Matihi, everyone say matihi avayoho.
Matihi avayoho.
Say that one more time. Matihi avayoho. So now if we want to chant it and make it fluid and go faster, then the ihi changes to ir. So we get matiravayoho. So just say that.
Matiravayoho.
One more time.
Matiravayoho.
That's it, Sandra, good. So then that line, ityasin matiravayoho. Just chant that.
Ityasin matiravayoho.
Yes, Sandra, you are unmuted and it's good. I can hear you and that's great.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. I'm glad I could hear you. And that's absolutely correct. Can you feel, I think the most important thing is to feel why the changes, to understand through our feeling why these changes come into being. Can you feel the fluidity? Ityasin matira vayoho. Is that coming better for everyone? Would someone else like to lead us?
Leslie, could I ask a question first?
Yes.
I have always found the third line to be awkward, and I don't know why.
Kim jata madhuna yena.
So that doesn't change then. It doesn't, Kim,
It can, but this is not a Vedic chant. So yes, Elizabeth is pointing out, everyone, that if this were a Vedic chant, we would have to change the in Kim to a nya, which would be in the second mouth position, the soft palate. So it would match up with j. So everyone say the name Patanjali.
Patanjali.
Now say Kinjatam.
Kinjatam.
Kinjatam. We could absolutely do that. I didn't learn it that way because I learned it from Vyas Houston, who acknowledges that he does not know anything about Vedic chanting. But there is an Anusvara there. So let's try that. Is that the one place, Elizabeth, or was there any place else in that line?
Oh, you're muted, Elizabeth. You're muted, Elizabeth. You're muted.
I think
I just wanted to, was there anything else in that line that was?
I think I was also tripping over the ja tum aduna.
Yes.
The whole line. I think I don't know. I just felt like I'd lost the rhythm from it, and I know it's pretty.
You know, when I first learned it, Vyas taught it to us with a pause, but I think that's incorrect. So in other words, listen to this. As you read it, hear what I'm doing. Kim jatam adhuna yena. But the tum contains a short vowel, and then the tum is followed by adhuna. So to run them together is more correct. So instead of jatam adhuna, which we could do, but really it should be Kim jatam adhuna yena. I mean, would you agree since I explained that?
Yes.
Yeah. And and then it feels like a roller coaster again.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's all try that line. I'll chant it with me, and then let's see if anyone else would like to chant this and be heard in your beautiful voice. But here we go. I'm going to do it Elizabeth's way, which is the Vedic chant way, and I'm going to change the to a nya, so that it really slides into the ja. King jata madhuna yena. Let's do that again. King jata madhuna yena. Was that comfortable? Uncomfortable? Pleasant? Unpleasant? Fun? The dance, the asana of the tongue. Who would like to chant this? And then we can all chant with you. Anybody? Elizabeth, would you please chant it?
Yūyaṁ. Is that a high? Is that yūyam?
All I did was teach the melody that Vyas taught us. If you want to do a different melody, you're welcome. So why don't we just see if we can follow Elizabeth? That will be a good test of our hearing if we can do that. So let's see what happens. Just so you all know, it was you, well, I change it too. Yūyaṁ, vayaṁ, vayaṁ, yūyam. But sometimes I used to do yūyaṁ, vayaṁ, vayaṁ, yūyam. Your choice. You can do something totally different.
Okay. Om yūyaṁ yūyaṁ vayaṁ vayaṁ yūyam ityasin matira vayoho king jatam aduna yena yūyam vayaṁ vayaṁ. I know it was original.
In this case, we like originality and creativity. That was great. Would anyone else like to offer their version?
I'd like to try.
Please do. Yes, Lisa.
Om yūyaṁ vayaṁ vayaṁ yūyam ityasin matira vayoho kim jatam aduna yena yūyam vayaṁ vayaṁ. My first
Bravo.
public chanting
Bravo.
outside of
Isn't
the
it?
class.
It's so great. Lisa, I'm so happy. When Lisa was in this other group that we did with Rosa, nobody in the group ever wanted to chant for anybody else. So this is the first time, so thank you.
Thank you.
Good. This group is,
I like this one and I've been practicing, so I felt a bit more comfortable with that one.
yeah. That's wonderful. Would
Thank you.
anyone else like to have a go?
I'll try.
Okay, goody.
Om yūyaṁ vayaṁ vayaṁ yūyam ityasin matira vayoho kim jatam matuna yena yūyam vayaṁ vayaṁ.
Bravo. And since it's not Vedic, you know, if you want to just practice it and play and let some melody come out that is that feels right and beautiful to you, so be it. Just make sure the pronunciation's right.
Our the Ashtanga people like rules, so it's kind of harder to do that, Leslie.
Oh.
Like our set ways of doing things. It's comforting.
Yeah. Yeah. The same with Vedic chant. I mean, the rules are so rigid. Speaking of which, shall we move on to, so Sandra, you had to leave early last week. We've been working on Laghunyasa, which is what I asked Patty to, and thank you, Patty, for giving us that handout. Do you all have a copy of the Laghunyasa in front of you? So as it says on the top, this chant is a chant to, you know, ask the elements of the earth to help us maintain and to become, to acquire and maintain better health and a good health. So And we can do it for ourselves or for others. So how appropriate is this one? So those of you who tuned in last week, you've done the first 4 verses, and some of you are new to this. So let's start at the beginning. So I'll do the whole first verse. So mute yourselves. I'll chant the verse through, and then I'll chant it again, and we'll break it down line by line. Oh, and before we start, Agnir me, fire. Agni is the word for fire. Me, in me. The speech. So the fire, we are calling on the fire to enhance and to nourish our speech. And the speech, my speech, is in the heart. Hridaye means in the heart. And then yūyaṁ, that is the heart. Mayi is in me. Aham, I, am in the nectar of immortality. Amrite, mri meaning to die, and amri meaning to not die. So in immortality am I. That nectar, that amritam, is in Brahman, which is the eternal source. And so it goes like this. Om Agnir me vachishritaha Vagridaye Hridayamayi Aham amrite Amritam Brahmani. So now let's do this in call and response slowly. And notice, just look at the chant marks. The dash under the A is telling us to go down in pitch. In Vedic chant, there are always 3 notes. Om is chanted in this case to establish the middle note. Om. Agnir me vachishritaha. Let's repeat that. Agnir me vachishritaha. Vagridaye. Vagridaye. Hridayamayi. Hridayamayi. Aham amrite. Aham amrite. Amritam Brahmani. Amritam Brahmani. I'd like to check in with you. Unmute yourselves, please. How was that? Now let's see, Patty and Rebecca, were you here last week? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, so how was that for a review? And of course, Elizabeth?
Good.
I feel like it's absorbed now. That first part was a little tricky for me. The vachishritaha was hard last week, but now I feel like I've kind of wrapped my head around it.
Yeah, some of it is just the articulation of the tongue. It's strange for our Western mouths. Lisa, how was that your first time with this?
It's a little complicated, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just would like to ask a question about the dashes at the end. You know how it's got like, there's single dashes and then there's double dash at the end. Does that mean that that's like one like stanza and then that's the end when there's a double dash? What does that mean?
By double dash, do you mean the vertical stroke above?
Oh, the vertical lines, sorry. You know how you have the first three words and then you have
Yes.
a single vertical line and then you have another word and then, yeah.
Yes. Those are pitch marks. So if we look at our text, let's just, and for those of you last week, forgive me, we'll just do a little review. So let's look at all the diacritical marks. The horizontal dash underneath the vowel tells us to go down in pitch. So om, ug, om, ug, and then gnir has no mark, so it's simply in the middle. And then me, that vertical stroke is telling us to go up to the high note. So then we have, what we have there in agnir me is agnir me. So it's a pitch mark. And then vachi is interesting because it has two marks. The dash underneath is telling us to go down in pitch, but the horizontal line over the vowel is telling us it's a long ah sound. So vachi, so from agnir me vachi, and then chi again has no diacritical mark, so it's short vowel and it's in the middle. But shritaha, it goes low again because of the dash underneath the I. Shritaha. Then vagr. So all through vagr, it's all in the middle because the line above the.
Leslie, my question is the vertical line between shritaha and vagradahi. The vertical line, big line, separating the two words.
She means the danda.
Oh, the danda, excuse me. That's the end of the phrase. And so it's a danda, it's the end of a line, really.
And then the
it
double
also
danda
means, and the double danda is the end of the whole verse. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That's okay. And how do you spell the danda? Is it danda?
Danda, D, A, and if you use the transliteration marks, the diacriticals, it's spelled D, A, N with a dot under it, a little dot under N, D, and then D with a dot under it, A, danda. And it's just like, and it means staff as in the posture, dandasana, dandasana, same thing.
Dandasana.
Thank you.
Happily, we recycle a lot of Sanskrit words from asana practice into chanting. Yeah, so the single danda at the end just tells the end of the line, and we must take a breath after that. It's the end of a thought. And the double danda is just the end of the entire verse.
Thank you.
But that double danda pitch line at ahamamrite, and forgive me, Elizabeth, I think I pronounced it wrong again. I mean, we had this question last week, the diphthong. So that last line, aham, it should chant like this. Ahamamrite. So whenever you see that little double danda above the vowel, it's telling us to start in the middle, but while we're still chanting that same syllable, it moves up to the upper line. So everyone do this with me. Te, te, te. Yes, yes. Good, I got to hear you, yay. Now, let's chant that first verse again. and see if Lisa gets a little bit more comfortable with it, and then we'll move to the second verse. Okay. So no call and response for the first verse, and then call and response for the second verse. Om Agnirme Vachishritaha Vagridaye Hridayamayi Ahamamrite Amritam Brahmani Vayurme Prane Shritaha. We'll repeat that. Vayurme Prane Shritaha Prano Hridaye Prano Hridaye Hridayamayi. We'll repeat that. Hridayamayi Ahamamrite. Repeat that. Ahamamrite. Amritam Brahmani. Amritam Brahmani. So in the second verse, the wind or the air affects the prana. May the wind nurture the prana in me, and the prana is in the heart. Breath, energy is in the heart is in me. I am in the nectar of immortality. That nectar is in Brahman. Unmute. How are we doing so far?
Yeah, good.
Okay, good. Let's move forward. We'll repeat each line with Surya. And Surya is the sun. Chakshushi or Chakshu is sight. So may the sun nurture my sight. Suryo me chakshushi shritaha. Again. Suryo me chakshushi shritaha.
Suryo me chakshurshritah
Chakshur hridaye.
Chakshurhridaye
Hridayam.
Dayamayi
Let's keep going. Ahamamrite.
Ahamamrite
Amritam
Amritam
Brahmani.
Brahmani.
Patty, would you mind muting yourself?
Oh God, sorry.
No, that's fine. So now we do Chandra, as in Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Here we have moon, the mind. So may the moon nurture the mind, which is in me. I'll start with Om. Om Chandrama me manasi shritaha. We'll repeat that. Chandrama me manasi shritaha manohridaye. Again. Manohridaye. Hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani. So now for today we have 4 more verses. Let's keep going. Elizabeth, would you like to lead us in Dishome? And give us a translation if you know it, if you remember it. Please, yeah.
Okay. Now I'm not remembering the translation for that.
Okay. Dishaha is direction. The direction, dishaha. Like north, south, east, west. And shrotre, shrotram is hearing. So may the directions nurture my hearing. Here. But I bet you can chant it, Elizabeth.
So just, did you want me to chant one line at a time or do the whole thing or what?
Well, let's take a consensus. This is new for today. Is the repetition helping everyone? Or would you rather just hear the rhythm of the whole thing? Unmute yourselves and let us know.
I like to call and response, to repeat.
Okay,
after
we'll
you.
do call and response, yeah. Soon, very soon, this is gonna be like breathing for you. I promise.
Om Disho me shrotre shritaha Om Disho me shrotre shritaha Shrotragung hridaye Shrotragung hridaye Hridayam mayi ahamamrite Amritam Brahmani.
Thank you, Elizabeth. How is that for everyone?
I have a question.
Yes.
So, Shrotragung, is that like Ogung Satyam? Ogung Subaha? Is it like that?
Shrotragung. Well, originally that word is shrotram, and the is an anusvara. And there's a ha, there's an aspirated, the H sound, ha, which follows. And there's a rule that says, Shrotram hridaye has to change in pronunciation to a gung. So shrotram changes to shrotragung. So everyone say that. Shrotragung. Shrotragung. Now, the letter O is always long. So the rhythm is like this. Shrotragung. Repeat that. Shrotragung. That's it. That's it, Patty.
And
How's
that is
everyone
like that same sound, right? As like in the
Gung.
Gayatri mantra. Yeah, the gung. It's like
Yes,
that
it's
same.
in the throat. Gung. Oh, gung. Yes. O gung suvaha, same thing. Shrotra gung hridaye. Anybody else have a question on any of that so far? So, Elizabeth, would you lead us in repeating that, just the shrotram, the disho me, without repeating the lines, and move on to the next one, apo me, with repetition of each line?
Om Disho me shrotre shritaha shrotragung hridaye hridayam mayi ahamamrite amritam brahmani. Om apo me re tasi shritaha. Om apo me re tasi shritaha re to hridaye re to hridaye hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani. So, did you want to go another time just through the whole chant without stopping now? The whole verse.
Yes. You mean the entire chant or just that verse?
The whole verse.
Yes. Yeah. Can you stomach that, everyone? Okay, here we go.
Om apo me re tasi shritaha re to hridaye hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani.
Can we do one more? It's the earth. Oh, apo translates apaha, water. And retasi is the, reta is that semen? I think it's, yeah, reto. Yeah, apo, it's the semen, reproductive fluids from the man, shritaha. So may the water make me profoundly reproductive. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember how they translated that. I don't remember the translation being semen, but it's certainly water has to do with the activity.
I thought I learned that somewhere. But anyways, let's just say potency. You know, water gives us potency, fluidity, water. We certainly can't live without water, that's for sure. So the next verse, chant it for us, please, Elizabeth. It's nice to hear you. Just chant it without repetition. Just chant it so we hear it.
Om Prithvi me sharire shrita sharira gung hridaye hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani.
In this verse, Prithvi, the earth, shariram is a word for the body. So may the earth nurture my body. My body is in the heart, etc., etc. So now would you lead us, and we'll repeat each line.
Om Prithvi me sharire shrita Om Prithvi me sharire shrita Sharira gung hridaye Sharira gung hridaye Hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani.
Everybody, unmute yourselves. Are your tongues dancing? Are they stumbling over stubbed toes? This is a mouthful. And I remember when I first was learning it, we worked on it every day in our Vedic chant intensive, and it was intense, but it does come with repetition. So I would like for you over the next few weeks to let me know when you've had enough of it and when you'd like to do something differently, or if you'd like to continue with this, because I've found it really worthwhile. It possesses a certain beauty, at least for me. And, so there we have it. Would you like to chant through the whole thing and just see where we are?
Yeah,
Sure.
Okay. Now, this may be premature, you tell me. I was thinking each one of us could unmute one at a time and do a verse.
I don't think I can do that.
How about, if anyone would like to do that, we could just, we can assign you a verse, and then when it's your turn, you chant. Otherwise, we'll do it all together, and we'll have to mute ourselves.
I mean, I could do for sure one of the first four.
Okay.
I'm happy to do some, as I've already done it for people anyway, without realizing that I was unmuted.
Okay, so Rebecca, why don't you take the first one, and Patty, you do the second one. And would anyone else like to do a verse? Okay, so just remember to unmute yourself when it's your turn. So then Rebecca, are you okay doing the third one, and Patty do the fourth one?
Sure.
Okay, and then I guess I'll do the rest. Unless Elizabeth, you'd like to do the rest. You sounded beautiful. I love your voice.
why don't we do, you do one and I'll do one.
Okay, we'll alternate. Okay. Okay, so here we go.
I'll do the fourth. I'm doing the fourth, just checking in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so yes, Rebecca is 1 and 3, and Patty is 2 and 4, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Here I go, I'm muting.
Here I go. I'm starting. Om Agnir me vachi shritaha Vaghridaye hridayamai aham amrite amritam brahmani
Vayurme praneshvritaha prano hritaye hritayamai ahamamrite amritam brahmani.
Om Suryo me chakshushi shritaha Chakshurhridaye hridayamai aham amrite amritam brahmani
Chandrama me manasi shritaha mano hritaye hritayamai ahamamrite amritam brahmani.
Disho me shrotre shritaha shrotra gung hridaye hridayamayi aham amrite amritam brahmani.
Apo me re tasi shritaha re to hridaye hridayamai aham amrite amritam brahmani.
Prithvi me sharire shrita sharira gung hridaye hridayamayi aham amrite amritam brahmani. All together, hridayamayi. One more time. Hridayamayi aham amrite amritam brahmani.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Leslie, you muted yourself.
Rebecca and Patty, bravo. Bravo, Elizabeth.
Yeah, well done.
And the rest of you, were you able to chime in?
Mhm.
Yeah. So we're going from the very unrefined to, and we're just refining. And I like to remember Sonia's words. We listen, we repeat. We repeat, we refine, we refine, we refine, we refine. So instead of
have a
saying,
question.
oh, you did it wrong, just refine it.
I have a question on this last, the Prithvi verse. all the other verses are Shrita, but this one is just Shrita.
Yes, and if you notice, if you look back at the beginning, some of the Shritahas are with the short and some of them are with the long and that's I believe that's because the noun, for example, vachi Shritaha, it's singular. It's singular rather than dual or plural. Shritaha. Now, Shritaha can either be masculine or feminine, but it always means plural. Or actually, Shrotre Shritaha, Disho me. We have 2 ears, but for some reason, it's probably the plural form. And Prithvi me Sharire Shrita. Shariram is neuter, but Prithvi is feminine. Shrita, so that's a singular feminine form. Shrita. Okay. So it is going back to the initial noun in the beginning of the line, in the beginning of the verse.
Thank you.
And that can be confusing.
Grammar.
Yeah.
Grammar. Anyway, that's one explanation for the differences, why it changes. And it's maddening because, we want to commit these to memory, know them by heart. And then, is it aha or is it or it's like, and they're almost like obstacles to easy memorization.
Yeah. All right.
I do like how in this, how this is similar to the Gayatri mantra and that they really talk a lot about the elements. So there's a lot of the same words. So I found some of the words, I knew what they were before you translated them. And I was very proud of myself.
Yes. Yeah. It's the fun way of learning Sanskrit. It's not text. Well, why don't we just do the Gayatri kind of as an ending? It's past 5, right? Is that?
Yes.
Mhm.
And we'll do them with the Vyahritis. Because Lisa, we did do this, didn't we?
Yeah.
We wrote this. So we've all had some version of this. So let's start with the Vyahritis. Would anyone like to be the one who is heard? And we could split it up. One person we hear doing the Vyahritis, one person doing the actual Gayatri, and then one person doing the shiras at the end. Any takers?
I'll do something, but
I'll do something.
Okay.
Somebody else doesn't want to do it.
All right. So Rebecca, you started with the Hridayamayi. So Patty, why don't you do the Vyahritis? Rebecca, do the Gayatri. And would Elizabeth, would you kindly do the shiras, end with the shiras?
Om Bhuhu Om Bhuvaha Om Suvaha Om Mahaha Om Yanaha Om Tapaha Om Satyam.
Om Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yo Nah Prachodayata.
Om Apo Jyoti Raso Amritam Brahma Bhur Bhuvasuvaro.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much. So Elizabeth, let's chant for everyone. Eventually, I'd like all of you to chant this as well, but we'll do what we always do to end class in the Vedic chant. I'll start with Yadakshara, and would you end with Kayena?
Yep.
Yadakshara pada brashtam matra hinantu yad bhavet tat sarvam kshamyatan deva narayana namostute. Shrimate Narayanaya Namo Namaha.
Kayena vacha manasendriyarva buddhyatmanava prakrite swabhavat karomi yadyak sakalam parasmai narayanayiti samarpayami sarvam shri krishnarpanamastu.
Thank you. Everybody, let's see, whoops.
Oh.
Leslie, you're muted.
Sorry. Thank you. That was beautiful, Elizabeth. For next week, let's make sure we have our invocation again. So we'll do more work on that. And we'll continue with Laghunyasa. Does anybody else have anything to say?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
Lovely
you.
to meet you all.
Have a
Good to
wonderful
meet you,
week.
Lisa.
And welcome, Lisa. I'm so glad you're with us.
Yeah, thank you so much for welcoming me, everyone. I'll see you next week.
Great. Have a
Thank
great
you.
morning. Happy
Yeah.
breakfast.
Bye-bye.
Thumbs up.
Thank you again.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Patty. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, Patty.
My pleasure.